Welcome to the weekly vibe where each week I pull a card for each sign. Um, just so you know, I have already shuffled the deck and pulled the card, and surprisingly, this pull is a little bit different. Normally, I get two cards, as I do two signs per video, and this video is for the Libras and the Scorpios. But in the process that I used to pull it, it turns out you guys get the same card. So let's flip it over and see what we got. Volunteering or volunteer. Just so you know, I am using the Butterfly Oracle cards for Life Changes deck. I like this one not just because it's vibrant, but this week kind of felt like a butterfly kind of week. We're heading towards the end of summer, so we're heading into change again with the new season. Not quite on our heels, but definitely coming up. So, Libra and Scorpios, let's see what this card has to say to you. Sometimes volunteer work is the best method of effecting change related to an issue that you're passionate about, and also of exploring a new potential career and meeting like-minded friends. This card is guiding you to volunteer in a way that is meaningful for you. Remember that when you give, you also receive. You cannot outgive the universe. So, if you don't have time to volunteer, you can also, as it says, give. You can donate items, or you can help a person in need. You can volunteer to be on a committee that perhaps, of a group that you enjoy. But if you're not sure in which direction you want to go, you can pray to your higher power to assign you where you are most needed. In this day and age, you can also volunteer not just with a group, but with, maybe a neighbor, a friend. We are living in strange times right now, and in some places of the world, we are still kind of in quarantine and locked down. So you might know someone who's immunocompromised and, might have a difficult time getting to the store, or maybe someone who just in general has trouble getting to the store or going out to run errands. If you're feeling like you need to do something and get out and do something, then maybe volunteer to help said person. Things like this, as it said, depending on where you volunteer at, if you were kind of stuck and you're not sure in which direction to go, the card does mention that when you volunteer, it can also lead to a potential career change. You might be placed to volunteer in a specific area that you find more interesting than where you were before. So it might open up and help you expand your horizons to go in a different direction in your life. These are all choices that are kind of on the table for you. But volunteering, for whatever reason, well, let me back up for a second. If you're feeling stuck, you're feeling isolated, you're feeling too quarantined, this is where volunteering can help. If you do not want to go outside because, like I said, some places in the world still are in lockdown, there are phone volunteers, and these volunteers, speak to people who, are feeling isolated, feeling alone. It could be, a helpline. It could be a hotline. You could just reach out to maybe a neighbor, friends, or whoever, and, maybe even start a Zoom with somebody if you're feeling alone. But whatever it is, for the week of August 3rd, if you're feeling stuck, this card is your sign to go out there, find a way to volunteer, or like it says, donate items. Maybe you have a clutter pile that you want to clear up. So you can clear up your clutter. Excuse me, I'm having trouble talking today. You can clear up your clutter pile. So, this is one of the ways that you can find a way, Libra and Scorpios, to become unstuck, to kind of hurdle that obstacle of feeling stuck. Just, go out there, volunteer, be a part of the world. I know Libras and Scorpios like to stay busy. This may help you. Again, if you are in a place where you are in lockdown or quarantine, you can even volunteer on the phone. Or if you feel comfortable enough to go out, you can volunteer to help a neighbor, a friend, maybe an elderly family member. Whatever the case is, just put your time to good use in the way that you know would help you kind of pick that vibe back up and get you running again. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next week.